I personally don't care. I don't personally care what the price is before the halving because I know the halving is going to take this thing above.
Yeah.
Bigs and Bogs.
It's all right. You're doing it.
Doing my best here.
I feel like I need to Johnny Bravo my beard up a little bit.
Oh yeah, you should definitely sharpen up a bit. Hey guys, and welcome back to your future hand, Bigs and Bogs. I'm Marty Boggs.
And I'm Julian Biggs.
And we got Spencer on Town Screens. Thanks for joining us today, folks. We like to come at you once a week or so and talk about this transitioning world of finance and go over some subjects that we do believe will benefit your future hand, simply because they've benefited ours. And yes, folks, we do believe we're here to help, so please help us by smashing that like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below and let us know where you're from and what you think, and let's get right into it. What are we up to today and how we plan for tomorrow? Julian?
Good to be back, Marty. Thanks for the wild intro. We are looking into it today. What's going on? Recession? Are we in it? Do we already have it? Deflationary periods? Did we already have it? We're going to talk about shorting the markets a bit today, so with some leverage. So stick around for that. But as always, first, a market scope. We got some other things to talk about.
Market
So just stick around. Let's get into this market scope.
How
first,
low
so.
can we go? How low can we go?
So I'm going to show a few different perspectives today. This is my monthly chart. I'm going to keep it on the monthly for you guys just because I think it gives us a wider view and a better look of what's actually going on, because the day-to-day, we've been floating around between $25,000 and $30,000, and it's not a big deal. That's what's been going on. This is really fair price in my opinion. So let's get into the chart though and see what's actually going on here. So here we are.
Well, even the charts themselves are
How come
saying
I
that
rush?
fair value is above us. So
Well, yeah,
it's-
I mean, I do believe that we should be higher too, but the fact that we've been trading so steadily between 25 and 30,
well, with
I
all
just
the
think
FUD that's going on, all the BS, like they're doing the same
Yeah.
old thing. BitBoy's lost his channel, he's lost his family, he's lost his. It's all FUD, right?
That's
all
pretty awesome though, and it's like I don't
Pretty
know.
awesome. Well, it's all negative publicity, right? It's all just
It's all
bear market
publicity.
It's
Either
all bear
way,
market bullshit.
It's negative shit that might like steer a few people away. Oh, BitBoy cheated
But
on
that's
his wife.
well,
and
that's the
blah, blah,
whole
blah.
thing. That's the whole design. Like that's what they're going for. Is they're
But
trying to
it's-
push people away.
But it's still,
saw it,
if
we've
people
seen
are
it.
talking about Bitcoin, it's good.
Exactly. That's fair.
Right? To
That's
me,
fair.
I don't care. If you're talking about Bitcoin, it's
fair.
good. The rest of crypto can really, it doesn't matter. If you're, well, I mean, it's really great. There's a lot of innovation going on that's fantastic. But really,
Yeah.
when it comes to your money and your value, Bitcoin is the safest and
Well,
most
it's the
secure
only
thing.
decentralized, clearly decentralized thing where you can also
So-
take your.
Screw all the FUD, and it's like
Yeah.
you got to pay attention to like the people that always have the biggest face in anything, and even in traditional finance scams, like huge Ponzi scams,
Yeah.
like Bernie Madoff, for example. Like
Yeah.
that story is just
Yeah.
asinine. It's always the guy who's like, oh, cream of the crop. You know what I mean?
How did he do it?
SBF
oh
was the
my
front runner
goodness.
for crypto, and
You could do it too.
they sewered him, right?
If he
Like,
did it, you could do it.
Yeah. And there's always going to be scammers. If there's
Always.
value in it,
Yes.
there will be people scamming
yes,
you.
Yes.
100%.
Always. And that's what proves value, right? If nobody's scamming you, then
Then
there's
it's
no,
probably not worth much.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? Exactly. There's no reason for it.
Well, is there anybody scamming you for it? No,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
probably don't.
Yeah.
That's funny. Anyway, so we're looking at the monthly here.
Truth.
Going back to all the way to 2018. So we have the 2018 bull run high here, and we have the 2019 high after the recovery. Didn't quite make it. And then the big crash of March 2020.
The
2020,
huge,
2020,
huge,
2020
life-changing, world-altering,
gains of the crypto market.
hemisphere shifting.
Totally. This is bigger than
Look
any
at it.
tectonic
Look at it on the
plate
chart.
shift.
But look at it on the chart.
Yeah, it's
Like,
actually
come
insane.
on.
It's actually insane. So
my
anyway,
God.
but the thing I want to draw attention to, so the first resistance after the 2018 bull run there, the first resistance line was this green line. And I've been paying attention to this for a while. This was also the breakout of 2020 and the huge candles leading to the 64 and to the $69,000 top that we had.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now we've come down. We had the full bear market of 2022. Found our bottom at 15K. This is a solid bottom. These are monthly candles. This looks like a solid bottom to me. It's also the candle top high resistance from the 2018 run as well. So, I mean, this is solid support. We just took a bounce off this green line again at $24,900. Why is
Oh,
my chart just
Beautiful, though. I took that long.
chart's just not being my friend today.
that
Yeah,
long.
you took that long, so that was great. I'm still just dollar cost averaging right now. I haven't done a leverage trade in a few months, but the dollar cost average is good. So I mean, we hit a nice bounce here. Now the question is, are we going to stay moving in this direction? and I want to take a look at the 3-month chart.
That is the question. I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we do. I think we do personally. Let's see if we can get this.
You got something else? Let me know when you're ready, because I got something to get into.
Well, yeah, we can get into it. I just wanted to show a few different perspectives of the market because, but I'm frozen. My computer's just not having my. It just doesn't have my back.
Well, I just want to say, there's a reason why we know it's going to be okay, because the reason why we've been drawn down for the whole of 2022 is because people are shorting the market. They're selling. Right? But the way you take profits on a short is you buy back in. So at some point, that's why on these lines, we see these resistance lines turned into support, because these guys are like, okay, I'm going to take profits on this trade by buying back in. And that's how the whole market moves.
Well, when you sell your position, it goes back into the market. Yes, but it's not like it bounces right back up to where it was.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, but the way you take profits on your position, say even if you're trading Bitcoin, is you buy back in. You sell high to buy low, and that's how you make the profit, right? So people getting scared about going to zero or whatever, it's like, it doesn't work that way, because if it goes to zero, nobody makes any money. The people that are shorting need somebody to sell to for it to be profitable. And that's why that's why we have these bull markets and these bear markets, right? They talk to a bunch of people, and the word gets spread. Oh, this is the shit. Blah blah blah. Buy. Meanwhile, they sell, and then now we go through the bear market, and they go, oh my God, this is happening. So and so went bankrupt. Such and such lost his YouTube channel and his job. Sell it. It's blah blah blah. And they are the people the panic sellers are selling to the people that are buying up these shorts that they're taking profit from, right? That's how it works. That's why we know. That's why we do steps up and down, up and down, up and down, the whole way. Mm-hmm. That's how we, and compared to fiat currency, that's why we know where it's going in the long run. But that's how it works. Like that's how they take your money, right? And it's just like if you watch The Wolf of Wall Street, like it's all just. It's all just fairy dust. It is and it isn't. Like the thing that I love about Bitcoin and crypto is you can actually take it offline. Like if you go and if you buy stock,
this is not, because you don't.
No, if you buy stock from a broker, then you have to maintain your value on the exchange. But with crypto, you can take it offline and have cold storage, so you actually can control.
If Bitcoin succeeds, fuck trading, because it's going to eliminate traders.
Bitcoin
will destroy the trading market.
That's what it's about,
right? Because if you just dollar cost average into Bitcoin, and everybody says, hey, you know what? I'm tired of 90% of the entire financial market being shorters and taking the money from everybody else, because everybody else can only go to the bank and invest in high index funds and put money in.
Yes, that's all they can do.
And continue to invest while the traders on Wall Street take everybody's money.
And go
That's
short.
how they stay rich. Do you think that these companies actually have $10 trillion sitting around if people want their money? Absolutely not.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
And that's what Bitcoin gets away from. So fuck trading.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's great. If you can learn to trade and you're trading and you're out there making some money on leverage trades, fantastic. But the profit from dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin,
you just have to understand how it works.
Is enough.
Right? Oh yeah.
Like it's gonna.
Sure. Finally, we have something.
You're gonna beat 90% of traders trading Bitcoin if you just dollar cost average on a regular basis.
Yeah,
you will.
Yeah,
right.
Easy. It's already been proven, and it's a young.
Yeah. So I don't know. With
young asset.
With Bitcoin, I don't personally like to. I don't want to come on and push someone into some leverage trades that's going to
nobody needs to leverage trade. They just need to know how the market works and why it works, where it came from, and why Bitcoin was invented in the first place, right?
But I mean, the general consensus now is that everybody knows they're getting screwed, right? So it's like this is the way to not get
in traditional
screwed,
finance,
right?
Yeah,
and so here's another perspective I wanted to show, and this is more. The red line, or the top of this triangle, which is the yellow line, but I have the red line there as well, is kind of the resistance from the top of the last bull run to coming down here. So you could actually look at this in a bearish connotation, saying that we just hit this same resistance line. We just came up here on the monthly, hit this resistance line, but we're still in this triangle pattern, right? So we made contact here on the bottom. So we have this trend line here coming from the last resistance point before the breakout of 2020. and we're on the bottom of this triangle pattern, which would have been the 50% of that entire move between the two bull runs, actually, which is interesting. So
we're talking big picture.
Big picture. This is like, you know, definitely a broader picture.
You know
so anyway, if we stay above this green line, so we've got this green dotted line that I just put here now, and this is the resistance that we've faced over the last year. Right, and it also kind of, you know, almost support there and a bit of support here.
And support now
before this crash. Yeah, and right now. So we just had that massive bounce, which is also on the long green trend line from my other monthly chart, which is the same spot.
Yeah.
And this support as well inside this triangle pattern. I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen like people can see me pointing at it, but inside this triangle pattern. So now we actually have a chance, in my opinion, before the end of the year to potentially break out of this triangle and see another move up. Or else this right here becomes the resistance and we start heading down again. But that still, to me, looks like a finish of September, somewhere 27, you know, well, where we are now. So say 26.5 to 28,000.
And I'm going to say at this point, it almost doesn't rely on the Bitcoin halving schedule as much as the Federal Reserve printing schedule. If they decide to pause interest rates, and we go down, and they start to cool off, and we see quantitative easing, right, and we lead into the quantitative easing as well as we lead into the halving, then we see the breakout that you just explained, But
so one more, I say, and this is just a prediction. Then I say one more pause in the interest rates. While we just had the August CPI index inflation numbers come out,
nothing happened.
No. It was 0.1%.
I know, but 0.1.
Yeah, but 0.1%.
People were expecting huge moves.
But it doesn't matter if we have more inflation than we did last year. And the idea is to get to 2%.
It's fair. It's still.
We have one more pause. And then and they'll time it with the Bitcoin halving.
Of course.
This is what I think. They'll time it with Bitcoin halving because the supply shock that the Bitcoin halving has is big.
They know.
Right?
They know.
So if they pause one more and then do one more increase, which will hurt the market a bit.
Yes,
we'll see some more bearish move, and then all of a sudden some miracle will fucking happen, and it'll line up with the Bitcoin halving.
Exactly.
And we're all
well. Because that's how it happens.
Some of us
folks.
will make some money.
Well, that's how it happens, folks. Well, they do their absolute best to scare you out of the market with all these things.
And the only thing that's going to change this is if they sewer the U.S. dollar. If the U.S. dollar really does sewer right now, if people give up on it or whatever the case may be, like the currency is still pretty strong. Their economy is still pretty strong.
Yeah, well, the thing is that you can go to the store and there's like Halloween costumes in the middle of September that are $50 a piece, and there's thousands of them. And as long as that store gets bought up, then the ball keeps rolling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The consumerism that is the West
is what it takes a lot more time
keeps the West going.
Think, but,
so if people stop buying,
there's a lot of people out there thinking that the Black Swan event is coming this year.
Well, the Black Swan is but us. If we decide to stop buying, then it all comes to an end. But the fact is that we all go to work every day.
You're not going to stop buying.
Nobody's going to stop buying.
That's what you're looking forward to, is spending your money.
As long as you feed the beast, we will be okay. And it's unfortunate because it's like, I don't want to, if there's people out there that are like, I don't want to lose the way of life. Well, it's like, if you don't want to lose this way of life, then keep consuming, because what we do right now in the West is consume from the East. And as soon as you stop consuming from the East, that's when it all falls apart. And you're going to have to start to consume from yourself, which means you're going to have to supply for yourself.
The markets are screwed right now. So something has to
So what's it going to be, right?
Because the majority of people can't afford to live right now. And if you look at and like we talk a lot about the U.S. economy because that's
so
what
it might be
steers the
by
world.
force. It might be by force.
But we're in Canada, and Canada's we're even fucking worse than America because here in Canada we built our country on the housing market, okay?
So, and resources.
But we don't produce anything anymore.
Well, we have resources that we send off to get produced.
But that's not how you make money from your resources.
No.
If we don't
we're not doing very well.
We are the one.
I could do a better job. Don't vote for me.
We have so many resources. We have some of the world's most
all of them,
right? And we don't refine. We don't produce. We don't do anything. We're one of the least
by design.
We're one of the least
design.
productive countries.
It's by design.
And we've built our economy on the housing market. So now, okay, great. If you owned a house, if you bought a house early, you're great. You're looking good. Everything's got property. It's fine.
Now,
but now it's gotten to the point where it's absolutely screwed.
So
It's absolutely screwed. And we take in 1 million people a year and we build 250,000 houses. So it only gets worse. Like, you can't fix the financial crisis if housing is our biggest market.
And Julian, that's why we Bitcoin.
That's why we Bitcoin, because that shit just bothers me.
The
like,
supply and demand.
All the politics is nothing. The politics is just theater to keep you arguing about what nonsense, man. It's like there's no getting out of the hole that we've dug.
No.
Right?
No. And it doesn't matter what it is, whether you're talking about real estate, whether you're talking about gold.
So the economy has to change. Like, do not buy...
Well, consumption, right? Consumption.
Do not buy paper gold or like digital
gold.
Also
beware of paper Bitcoin. There's a lot of exchanges.
If you want gold,
okay, just for a quick little tip there, even like Wealthsimple, if you say you own Bitcoin on Wealthsimple, it's still just paper Bitcoin until you take it off of that exchange and put it in cold storage. You don't own it. Okay, so that's a big thing that everybody should know. And if you're watching this podcast, I hope you know. And again, just to remind you, so you know, put your coins in cold storage on a ledger or something. And if you don't know what cold storage is, comment down below. We'll let you know. But there's anything like a bank, for instance, in traditional finance, a bank is a hot wallet. It means that it's vulnerable to the market, right? You don't own, whether it's stocks or crypto, you don't own it until it's offline. Right, but the thing about stocks is that you can't take them offline. You can only own them through a brokerage or an exchange. But with crypto, you can actually take it offline. But to be 100% secure is that you don't actually take it offline. You take the keys to it, because crypto works on the blockchain, and only the blockchain can access that crypto. But you only have access to that crypto on the blockchain by those private keys. I mean, it's pretty simple, right?
It's very simple. It actually is simple. That sounded complicated, but it's actually simple. Like, it's not bad. Like, if you can use any app and you can use your phone, you can do crypto. It's that simple.
Well, once you learn to do it, then you can do it.
So it's like, just stubborn cognitive dissonance.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like when I was born, I didn't speak a language, but I was around a bunch of people that spoke English, and I learned how to speak it.
Wow,
so
good for you.
I know, right? You're crazy.
Doing pretty well.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. But that's how it works, man. That's how it works. You got to spend the time, do your due diligence, get your 10,000 hours, and
yeah, things are good. Things are good. I don't know. To me, the market looks good. We knew that this mid-year was going to be slow, and maybe we get back to 30K this year. Maybe we get even higher than 30K before the end of the year. But I personally don't care. I don't personally care what the price is before the halving, because I know the halving is going to take this thing above at least to 60K to 70K.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We know.
If not further, I don't want to get too much into that. But
we know the demand is there.
It doesn't matter what price you buy at it. And this is one thing I said in the chat. And actually,
yes, please do.
Is that I will be, what was it? I'm going to be long dead before the last Bitcoin is ever printed. But the last dollar is very likely to print soon. Right,
soon.
And that's reality, because countries are going to war too, and they only start going to war and getting all nasty with each other when currencies die. When the economy gets screwed, we go to war.
Yeah, that's
just what people do, right? When people are hungry, we go to fucking war.
Yeah.
Like that's right. So, and we're already seeing that too, and we're seeing the money move that way too. So, I mean, to me, Bitcoin is the security, and we're now seeing countries like Russia and China being the largest miners of these things. Yeah. Bitcoin is also a large miner of Bitcoin too, but it
has a worldwide interest, right?
But just by design, this is going to be what people are buying. Yeah, countries, major investors, everybody. Yeah. So
it is what it is.
Hang in there.
Biggs and Boggs out. See you on the next one. Peace.
Nice. This one yet?
That was good. I'm glad you brought that up too, because I wanted to be like, that thing you said there.
It was a good one.